Chanel overhears EJ's near miss, Arnold's party date, and Joy's outrageous clue. According to Wednesday, January 1st spoilers for Days of Our Lives, DOL, Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, had to cancel a lavish New Year's Eve supper at the bistro with Philip Kyriakis, Jean-Paul Lavoisier. Stephanie persuaded Philip to accompany her since she felt she should be at the celebration of Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and Chanel Dupree DiMera, Raven Bowens. After filming some emotional sequences with Joy Wesley, Alex Ann Hopkins, and Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, Chanel discovered them at the hospital in Wednesday's episode of Days. Joy consented to go to the party that Chanel was throwing with Johnny, provided that Alex also attended. Alex later acknowledged that he was attending the same celebration with Joy when he and Stephanie ran into each other in the corridor as Philip was leaving for the party. On Wednesday's DOL program, Gabby Hernandez, Sherry Jimenez, was approached by J.J. Devereaux, Casey Moss, in the town square as he was out on a run. He then asked her to join him on New Year's Eve. When Johnny invited J.J. and Gabby to the celebration, Gabby was first against confronting the DiMera mansion's many spirits. Ultimately, Gabby went to the party with J.J. because she wanted to make E.J. wriggle and face some old demons. The fact that Rafe Hernandez, also known as Arnold Feniger, Galen Gehring, was not dressed in the same attire he had on this morning was brought up by Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, at the pub on Wednesday's episode of Days. Rafe said he got a new clothing at a neighboring mall after spilling coffee on his other clothes. In the end, Jada provided updates on EJ being fired due to her, so she was taken aback when Rafe became ecstatic. When Johnny first showed up on Wednesday's episode of Days, he heard Rafe refer to EJ as a oaf. Jada was perplexed when Johnny eventually brought up the PI work Rafe was purportedly performing for EJ. Rafe claimed to love parties and accepted Johnny's invitation to join him and Jada in the New Year's Eve celebrations, even though Jada objected. Given that she had just gotten EJ fired, Jada wasn't excited to visit his place, but Rafe assured that it would be enjoyable. When EJ returned from hiding the real Rafe in the DiMera cellar, he was shocked to see Harold had allowed Belle Black, Martha Madison, to enter. EJ pretended that building was taking place, but Belle appeared skeptical of what was occurring in the tunnels. Chanel hoped it was okay with EJ after she showed there and revealed the last-minute party she was having with Johnny. EJ chose to accept it even though he wishes he had been informed beforehand. EJ once again invoked construction as a reason to keep the area off limits, even though Chanel wanted to go down to the cellar for alcohol. Additionally, Chanel persuaded Belle to stay for the celebration and borrow an item from her closet. Belle was there to announce that she had been hired as the next district attorney, but she was constantly stopped and missed her opportunity. EJ liked Belle as a person and appeared ready to go past work-related concerns. EJ got flirtatious and complimented Belle on a dress that Chanel had picked for her. EJ inquired as to who had invited Gabby as she came on JJ's arm. EJ was told by Gabby that Johnny encouraged her to attend and implied that he was more polite than his father. EJ was also upset that Arnold had brought Jada to the party, but Arnold encouraged him to calm down by making jokes about Jada being his fiancée. After learning that Rafe was being temporarily hidden, Arnold finally planted a nocturnal kiss on Jada. Alex apologized profusely after spilling something on Stephanie's dress. At midnight, Philip was chatting with Belle, so he finally joined Stephanie and requested a second chance. The fact that Philip and Stephanie had kissed in front of Alex made him unhappy. Johnny, meanwhile, hauled Joy upstairs to gripe about her accepting Chanel's invitation and pressed for a minute alone with her. Chanel overheard from the doorway and appeared uncomfortable as Joy complained that Chanel was difficult to refuse and loudly ranting about their relationship. While Arnold plays a risky game, can Chanel avoid faking Rafe's charm? The reappearance of Arnold Feniger, Galen Gehring, in disguise as Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, is hinted at in Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates, setting up some intriguing storylines to collide. Let's explore how these stories might develop as the show has been giving us signals that are tantalizing. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Johnny's hot wife was mentioned by Arnold Feniger. Before they left for work on December 27, Arnold told E.J. DiMera, Dan Regal, that he had seen Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and his stunning wife. Using the adjective hot to describe Chanel Dupree DiMera, Raven Bowens, may be a purposeful clue from the authors. Arnold's impersonation of Rafe would eventually cause Rafe's relationship with Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, to become more complicated. Arnold might even be encouraged to stir things up by E.J., who is keen to exact revenge on Jada for his dismissal. Even if E.J. might not give Arnold specific instructions to woo Chanel, it's possible that Arnold will initiate contact with her. Chanel Dupree has consistently been faithful to Johnny DiMera, according to DOL spoilers. Chanel has always been faithful to her husband, but when she discovers the full scope of the treachery, everything might change. She is hurting from Johnny's romance with Joy Wesley, Alex Ann Hopkins, and the heartache and rage are unbearable. Chanel may feel tempted to exact revenge in her vulnerable state, and Arnold may see this as the ideal opportunity to strike. Will the phony Rafe intervene to comfort her and convince her to join him? If Johnny discovers Chanel and Rafe in a precarious situation, it might lead to a flurry of drama on Days. Our Lives Days spoilers, Johnny would reel from Chanel and Rafe betraying him twice. Considering how much Johnny admires his ex-stepfather and how little he knows about Rafe's twin Arnold, he would feel deeply betrayed. It's simple to imagine him snapping at Rafe and then going up against Chanel. Johnny only became engaged with Joy because he thought Chanel had cheated on him first, therefore it would be extremely painful if she retaliated by seeing someone else, like a fake Rafe. However, according to our Days predictions, Arnold will be the cause of some romantic unrest during this Rafe takeover, so keep an eye out for the drama as it develops. According to spoilers, Arnold is going to make a big mess and include a lot of characters in it. When Arnold switches places with Rafe, who will find out? Our Lives Days according to spoilers, Arnold Feniger, Galen Gehring, will confront Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, and Arnold will defeat Rafe. Then, just like before, Arnold will enter Rafe's life and engage with individuals who are close to him. But if someone becomes suspicious, who will find out? Spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Rafe Hernandez and E.J. DiMera are in peril. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, with Arnold on the loose, Rafe Hernandez and E.J. DiMera's, Dan Regal, lives are in jeopardy. Arnold feels free to live Rafe's life and thinks no one will know if he gets rid of these two. Naturally, Arnold isn't quite as smart as he thinks. Rafe doesn't seem like himself, and Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, and Belle Black, Martha Madison, see this. A DiMera New Year's Eve party is definitely not something Rafe would attend. Rafe would never have the same small tics that Arnold does. Regretfully, none of them are aware that Arnold is still alive, let alone in Salem. DOL spoilers, Jada Hunter asks Rafe Hernandez for assistance. Jada will eventually ask Rafe for assistance, and it appears that he will be very reluctant to do so. Jada is aware that under any circumstances, Rafe would never behave in this manner. Fans wouldn't be shocked if Arnold made a move on Belle because he had a sexual relationship with Sammy Brady, Allison Sweeney. The wedding of Rafe and Jada is scheduled at the end of January. Arnold will probably wind up at the altar as a result of this, of course. Don't be shocked if the information is kept a secret until Rafe interrupts his own wedding because no Salem wedding goes off without a hitch. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives, E.J. DiMera gets shot. Supporters are aware that Rafe is a suspect because E.J. will probably be shot before Arnold is revealed. Who will be the first to recognize that Rafe is actually Arnold and that the real Rafe is gone? Sammy, who was deeply in love at the time, was duped by Arnold. What will cause Arnold to stumble and reveal his secret? By the time E.J. is shot, a lot of people might be angry with him. But Arnold stands to lose the most. It's highly likely that Arnold will be the one to shoot E.J. and abandon him. Will Jada be the one to free the real Rafe after seeing that he is not himself? In the swirling drama of Salem, secrets have a way of surfacing at the most inconvenient times. This week on Days of Our Lives, tensions hit a fever pitch as Chanel Dupree finds herself entangled in a web of scandal, mystery, and intrigue. A casual encounter takes a surprising turn, Arnold hosts a night to remember, and EJ's latest escapade nearly costs him everything. Let's dive into the chaotic events that have kept viewers on the edge of their seats. Chanel overhears Joy's scandalous clue. Chanel Dupree's week starts off innocently enough as she focuses on her growing bakery business. However, Salem's bustling town square brings her into the orbit of Joy Wesley, who's been back in town stirring up trouble of her own. While seated at Sweet Bits, Chanel can't help but overhear Joy on a tense phone call. Joy, visibly flustered, drops cryptic hints about someone's dark secret. Words like blackmail and DNA test leave Chanel's ears burning with curiosity. Later, Chanel corners Joy under the guise of offering her a pastry on the house. Their conversation takes a loaded turn when Chanel slyly mentions overhearing Joy's call. Joy, caught off guard, tries to deflect but inadvertently lets slip that the secret involves a well-known Salemite. The conversation is enough to convince Chanel that she needs to dig deeper. Determined to uncover the truth, Chanel enlists the help of her best friend, Allie Horton. Together, the duo begins piecing together clues, leading them to suspect that the secret might involve the DiMera family, a family notorious for their hidden skeletons. Chanel's discovery sets off a chain of events that intertwine with the week's other major storylines. Arnold's party date. Meanwhile, Arnold Kyriakis, a recent addition to Salem's elite, decides to throw a lavish party at the Kyriakis mansion. The event, intended to solidify his place among Salem's socialites, quickly becomes the talk of the town. Invitations are extended far and wide, drawing in a mix of familiar faces and unexpected guests. Arnold's choice of date for the evening, however, raises eyebrows. He arrives with none other than Talia Hunter, a pairing that surprises many given Talia's recent efforts to distance herself from the town's drama. As the night unfolds, it becomes clear that Arnold's intentions may not be as straightforward as they seem. He's charming and attentive, but Talia's unease grows as Arnold's comments hint at an ulterior motive. The party takes a dramatic turn when Arnold is confronted by Alex Kyriakis, who accuses him of exploiting the family's wealth and influence for his own gain. The heated exchange draws the attention of the entire room, leaving Arnold's reputation hanging by a thread. Talia, caught in the middle, decides to confront Arnold about his true motives, only to discover that he's been keeping a secret of his own, one that could have serious implications for the Kyriakis family. EJ's close call. Elsewhere in Salem, E.J. DiMera finds himself in a precarious situation. His latest business dealings have attracted the wrong kind of attention, and it's not long before he's targeted by an unknown adversary. The tension comes to a head when E.J.'s car is tampered with, leading to a near-fatal accident. Though he escapes with minor injuries, the incident leaves him shaken and determined to uncover who's behind the sabotage. EJ's suspicions initially fall on Ava Vitali, given their contentious history. However, a deeper investigation reveals a more sinister plot at play. The clues point to a rival business mogul with ties to the DiMera empire. EJ's brush with danger forces him to reevaluate his priorities and lean on his family for support. His close call also prompts a heartfelt moment with Nicole Walker, who reminds him of what truly matters. Intertwined fates. As the week progresses, the storylines converge in unexpected ways. Chanel's quest for the truth leads her to cross paths with Arnold, whose party serves as a backdrop for a crucial revelation. During the event, Chanel overhears a conversation that ties Joy's secret to the Kyriakis family. The discovery brings her closer to unraveling the mystery but also puts her in harm's way. Meanwhile, EJ's investigation brings him to the party as well, where he confronts a key suspect. The confrontation escalates, drawing the attention of the entire room. Arnold, sensing an opportunity to divert attention from his own troubles, interjects with a shocking confession that shifts the focus and raises even more questions. Fallout and cliffhangers. By the end of the week, Salem is left reeling from the fallout of these explosive events. Chanel finds herself at the center of a brewing storm, with new alliances forming and old rivalries reigniting. Arnold's position in Salem society is more precarious than ever, while EJ's close call serves as a stark reminder of the dangers lurking in the shadows. As secrets unravel and tensions mount, one thing is clear: the drama in Salem is far from over. Viewers can't wait to see what twists and turns await in the weeks to come.